And then I want to address this narrative that I have seen going on. Igbo people, now so Igbo people be, now so Igbo people they do, and people basically, using this story to, talk down on Igbo people, and I feel like that is sad because, we as Nigerians, we have a terrible habit of doing this thing.
Before I continue with my testimony, I would like to read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Take no part in the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. Instead, expose them.
So this is the day after I came back from the village. So yesterday I went to the village. Today is the next day. I'm getting ready now. To go to Benin. She's much older than me, and I wanted to really see her. I really wanted to see her, but they just said, everybody kept on saying, just go, darkness is gonna fall. And in the village, darkness comes, I don't know why, but it gets dark over there very quickly, and they said, just leave. I said, okay, let me not overdo it and just be too brave, if that makes sense. And then we left. What was I trying to say?
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. That is if you are not new here, but if you are new, welcome. My name is Lillian. I hope I get a like on this video as we get straight into it. This is a reaction video to the viral video of a brave Nigerian lady, Ifunaya, who rescued her father from his kindred at a village at the eastern part of Nigeria. And these her videos have sparked reactions from around Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians are not pleased with her. They are like, oh, she's making them look bad. Even those of us that reposted those videos here, I had to defend myself as always at the comment section. But I understand when they criticize me, but I didn't understand why anybody should criticize this brave young lady for sharing her story, her testimony, even though she tagged it testimony. So she wanted it out there so that other people could learn. There are a lot of Nigerians like her father, and she just want to create that awareness. But I'm surprised that some Nigerians are not cool with it. They're even going as far as telling her to delete those videos. You're not the only one with family dramas. We all have it, but we can't come on the internet to talk about it. Wow. Well, I'm happy that Ifunaya is not buying that. I'm happy she's not buying that because she knows herself. Now, let's take a look at one of the verses she read from the Bible, and they will continue.
Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Before I continue with my testimony, I would like to read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Take no part in the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. Instead, expose them.
Exactly. Myself, I didn't know about this. Now, knowing about this portion of the Bible is going to do nothing but aid me to continue to stand on nothing but the truth. One thing I'm never going to do is to lie against anybody. I shall stand on nothing but the truth. But that is not the case with other people. They want her to shut up. They want her to cover up because it's making them look bad. And that is why we as Nigerians are struggling, because there are a lot of things that all we needed to have done is to stand on the truth, bear witness to the truth, and these issues will be resolved. But some people say no, they want to lie because they believe that when you continue to tell a lie, all you need to do is to continue to hammer on it. Just stand your ground that you are saying the truth. That way, that lie will become the truth. Because we're used to blaming the government about everything. You cannot impregnate your wife, it's the government. You are believing God for the fruit of the womb, you blame the government. You're doing this, you blame the government. Now, am I a fan of the Nigerian government? No, I'm not. I have been a big critic of the government of my country, and it shall continue that way until they make changes. But while on that, can we tell ourselves the truth for at least 1 minute? Aku Soma, a Nigerian YouTuber that I love and respect, and it shall continue that way, posted this video, and I'm like, ma. Anyway, let's take a look at the video of her defending her people, defending her tribe, and blaming the justice system of Nigeria for failing Ifunaya's father. and I'm like, how did they fail this man? Because charity begins at home. So who is supposed to get the attention of the police? Is it not the people in your circle, your family, your friends? See, I don't want to offend anybody. For me, when I say something, people take it to be like I'm saying it because I don't like that tribe. No, it has nothing to do with liking or not liking. I do not like anybody, and at the same time, I do not hate anybody. I only like myself, and I like the truth. Anyway, let's take a look at the Aku video first. Then we will go back to her old videos. You know, Aku made a video of herself when she came to Nigeria, and she's one of the proud Jakbadas that we have in Nigeria. Jakbada, I mean, a Nigerian that have moved back to Nigeria and living her best life. After living in Ireland for a long period of time and served as a nurse and then retired and decided to move back to Nigeria. After I saw this particular video I'm going to display on the screen, I decided to visit her channel to see her old video where Aku cried for her inability to access her father's home because of what is going on in that part of Nigeria. I realized that she have deleted that particular video because they made her delete it. Because when she posted her video, a lot of her tribe men came for her. Oh, she's making them look bad. It's not that deep. She deleted it. I'm surprised to see her here defending her people. I don't talk and say this video is not against or in favor of anybody. This video is in favor of nothing but the truth. And Ifunaya is the way, the truth, and the only light. Anyway, let's take a look at Aku's video first before we go to her old video. Then we will now join it together and see who is deceiving who.
For those of you that may not have heard about it, I'm just going to quickly just explain it before I say what I want to say. So basically, there's a Nigerian man that is retired, decided to go back to Nigeria and retire, like live the rest of his life in Nigeria. His daughter escorted him to the airport. He got on a flight and went to Nigeria. After a while, she was not able to reach her father. She went to Nigeria to look for her father, got there and found out that the father has been locked up in his house by her uncles and auntie, and they didn't even let her go. They didn't even want to let her go see her father. And she stood her ground and raised the alarm, and people gathered. When she says Umunna is like the kingsman, right? So in Igbo land, for those of you that may not know, we still live in clans.
Ma, I was expecting you say locked up by the police, but you say by her father's family. But now we are going to blame the justice system of our country, Nigeria. Emma Binu. See, I'm not here to make anybody look bad, but you see, I hate it when we see blue and we say no, that blue must be black because we feel that blue should be black.
The same family name and all of that. I don't know how to explain it. Still live kind of like together. So she raised the alarm, and then they went inside and found the father in a very terrible condition. And from there, they moved him to hospital. From there, and this is Anambra State. From there, they now moved him to Lagos. From Lagos, she was able to get the American embassy to, quickly process papers for him so that she could so she could fly him out of the country. Apparently, his American passport had expired or whatever. They were able to do that anyway quickly, and she moved back to America. And I want to address this narrative that I have seen going on. Igbo people, now so Igbo people be, now so Igbo people they do, and people basically, using this story to, talk down on Igbo people, and I feel like that is sad because we as Nigerians, we have a terrible habit of doing this thing when there's something in the news. Instead of focusing on the topic, we want to look for an opportunity to be tribalistic about it. It may not even be your intention. Sometimes unconsciously, that people do these things unconsciously without even thinking about it. And why I find it very annoying is that for a lot of us that have lived abroad for decades, we know how any small thing, the way they want to talk down on us and use race and as an excuse to spew some nonsense they want to spew about us black people or us Africans. We endure all of that abroad, and then when we now want to address ourselves as a people, as Nigerians, we see a topic, we're doing exactly the same thing that they do to us abroad. You know what I mean? Because we heard a story, this is a bad story, like this is like sad story and all of that. Focus on the topic. Because in my own case, I'm like, wait, are the uncles and auntie are still free? They have not been arrested. Then we should talk about our justice system. At what point does the police get involved? You know what I mean? That should be the focus. And why that is important is that when we discuss stuff like that, we're actually discussing things that are necessary to improve the country for you and I, right? Okay, so but when people now begin to derail, that is what the government they like, because we end up fighting ourselves over nothing. And then because we're busy fighting each other, we don't even address the people in power for their failures.
You can see her name on the screen. You can go to her channel if you want to complete the full video. She's a very brilliant nurse, brilliant human being, beautiful and brilliant. Now, I am not trying to change the narratives, but this particular matter now, where do the justice system of Nigeria comes in here? I just want to understand, because I don't understand. Even you, I've looked at you like someone that is so unbiased. Now, let's get one more point from her, then I will.
Am I making sense? So I find it, I'm just being honest, you know, very annoying when every small thing we use the opportunity, as if other tribes are now angels. We have heard of crimes in Nigeria up and down. We've heard about a lot of sad stories around Nigeria. What are we talking about? Mohbad, that in his own story, was it in Igbo land? Mohbad was not an Igbo boy. He wasn't. But the Boko Haram that is Boko Haram in the country, are they Igbos?
I was expecting this. The yastic, mama. The yastic. Mohbad. Mohbad's case and this lady's case are nothing alike. And regardless, when Mohbad issue happened, even me, I made a video. I criticized his family, his father, precisely. So we all talked about him and it was cool. Even you, you made a video, you talked about it and we're all cool. Nobody came and sat down to address if Yoruba people are wicked or not wicked, because now you said it's about the subject on ground, which is this Ifunaya matter now, Abi. We are on it, Kwano. We are talking about it. So I don't know why you guys, you get so worried, feel easily attacked. You feel like if somebody is pointing somebody out from your region, it means they hate the entire tribe. It's nothing like that. We're just talking about what is happening right now on ground. This Ifunanya matter now that is happening. It's not supposed to be so. Before we move to her old video of her leaving her village, like someone. Well, see, all of us, we are going to be good. See, you see Nigeria. Nigeria will be good when we are ready.
So this is the day after I came back from the village. So yesterday I went to the village. Today is the next day. I'm getting ready now. To go to Benin City, not Benin Republic, Benin City. And that is, when I say, that is my hometown. And I went to my village, right? But now I'm going to my hometown. So people argue with me. There was a lady that was arguing with me once when I said that. And I was trying to explain that hometown is actually where you grew up. I grew up in Benin. The village, that's the village where my parents are from. My mother is actually from my mother's village is not far away, but we had to rush out of the village. My sister kept on saying we need to go. People were telling us we need to go before darkness hits. No, darkness is a different vibe altogether. Just leave. They said just go. Don't let darkness meet you. Just leave. So eventually I couldn't go to everywhere I wanted to go, to be honest. There were people I wanted to see. There's a cousin of mine that I met. Her sister was the one on the motorbike here. She's much older than me, and I wanted to really see her. I really wanted to see her, but they just said, everybody kept on saying just go. Darkness is gonna fall. And in the village, darkness comes. I don't know why, but it gets dark over there very quickly. And they said just leave. I said okay, let me not overdo it and just be too brave, if that makes sense. And then we left. What was I trying to say? I can't remember. I wanted to say something, but anyways. So I'm getting ready now to go to Benin, which is Edo State. I was talking about hometown. Hometown in the sense that was where your hometown is actually a place where you were born. Hometown is also the place where you grew up. So Benin is my hometown as well, right? So I'm heading to Benin today. And I'm going to bring you guys along. And I don't know. You see, this part of the world, right? Well, this part of Nigeria my village is, there's so much going on. There's a political problem going on. So normally there's still crime, there's still crime, and there's still the kidnappings and your father's enemy, your uncle's enemy, those kind of, there's just so many branches of problems in that side. Oh, sorry, if you don't know, the political problem in my side is that my side of Nigeria want us to break away, or let's say a lot of people. So there's this push they want to break away from Nigeria so that we can be called Biafra. That's what that is. And then the people spearheading it, it's almost like I'm trying to explain it as much as I understand it, right? So there's that clashes of if you try to if you belong to any of the political, I hope I'm not saying it wrong, they don't want our people taking part in any politics. They said there shall be no elections, there shall be no whatever, Nigerian laws should not apply to us. And then there's this man that has been speaking up for the longest time for us to have our country, because we've tried to break away in the past to be called Biafra, but it didn't work out. There was a war, and Nigeria, if I can put it that way, Nigeria defeated us. I say us in the sense that we wanted to be a country on our own and be Biafra, and so we became Biafra. Nigeria, the other part of Nigeria that we were trying to leave, decided it wasn't going to happen, and there was a war, and our people were killed, which can be called genocide. Really, it actually not can be called. It was a genocide, and children died, and a lot of my people were taken from Biafra and taken to Ireland, even to a lot of foreign countries, because of the Catholic priests, Catholic Church, or Catholic, I get tongue twisted, Catholicism, if I'm saying it right, the Catholic Church. And when the war broke out, the Irish played a big part in taking mostly children. They took children to safety. I don't know if they took mothers, I don't even know, but they took a lot of children into safety, and so a lot of those children ended up becoming Irish, and they never went back. And it's a long story, anyways. So so there's that problem on that side. But anyways, so I'm going, excuse me, I'm heading to Benin, and Benin has a special place in my heart as well. That was where I went to primary school, primary 2, because I did primary 1 in the village, and because when I was born to my parents when we were living in Lagos, right? But in those days, when my mother was due to have a baby, she goes to the village to have a baby, so they can do the typical traditional rites and everything. And when I say traditional, like, the way your mother and the other co-wives, when they say co-wives, your husband's brother's wives.
The Boko Haram issues that is happening in Nigeria, we are all talking about it. We know they spare them. We talk about it. In fact, for me, I said I know they go that side. We are all talking about it, but I have not seen any Hausa person come out to defend that. So you're coming out to defend this act done by people that are supposed to protect this man, his own family. I don't know what to make of it. Now, I decided to go back to her old videos, the video of her wanting to visit her village at the eastern part of Nigeria. When she first returned to Nigeria, I realized that they have pressured her. She have deleted that video, private it. Ma, you can unprivate it because you are creating awareness. But it's okay. She don't private am. If you like, call me banter or saga. I'm not doing saga with anybody. I am for the truth. And imagine you leaving your village, like everybody's telling you to go. The video that Madam Aku had on her channel before, her mom was telling her to leave because she couldn't spend enough time with the family in the village, because they were telling her to leave, go for her own safety. Her mom had to leave the east to go to Lagos so they could spend time together. But she herself wanted to spend that time with her family in the village, but it wasn't safe for her, even though those videos are no longer in sight. The day we are ready to tell ourselves the truth, that is the day that we will know the peace we are looking for. I keep saying that if you have anything in mind, come clean. Of course, people will say, oh, yeah, I understand that some people say if you speak up about issues, it means you are uneducated, you are this, people will avoid you. For me right now, I don't care. as a matter of fact, especially now that I've seen this portion of the Bible.
And I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Before I continue with my testimony, I would like to read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Take no part in the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. Instead, expose them.
The only thing I'm not going to do is to lie against anybody. But if we want something good to come out of what we are looking for, why don't we speak the truth? Because for me right now, if I'm traveling home, the last time I went home, I wanted to get home during the day because I wanted to see the road to my village from Yahe. Otherwise, it's night trip that we do. We still do it up till now. When you are coming back, your family will advise you get home at night. When you want to travel out, even your family will tell you, oh, eat, stay in the night. You will just leave. You understand? So that your neighbors will not suspect and all that. But in her case, she has to be hastened to leave the village. Go. Night is falling like kilo day, your own home again. Now, that one now, she's saying her government, Kosamo. Now, that topic is kind of difficult. We are shying away from it. Do you want people to... See, when we are ready to tell ourselves the truth, we know what to do. But we constantly shifting the blame. Now, if we don't blame this family, who should we blame? The police. The police that is not aware. I don't understand. Like, we don't see this victim card. This thing that we play, it's not going to solve our problem. Every day we are playing the victim card. Hey, they don't like us now because they're us. That is why they are talking about it. You criticize one person, one criminal or one ritualist from the east. People will say you are hating on that region. When Mohbad issue happened, we talked about it. Boko Haram, we are still talking about it since we want to be yesterday. Why don't we try to say, okay, something good about these people also want it. It's about not be we wicked past kind of thing with us as Nigerians. I'm not against anybody. I just want to I'm surprised that we are all dealing with these issues, but we are not supposed to talk about it because a particular tribe is involved. Talking about it will means you hate that tribe. We are all going to be good, okay? We're all going to be good. When we are ready for peace, we shall know it. When we want peace for us, we shall know it. I am done with this video. I will see you guys in another one. Bye.